People and places.
This country has quite a small population, just 16 million, but the country is huge. The people are mainly of European descent, but these are also Aborigines, and a lot of Southeast Asian immigrants. People live in towns on the coast, not so much inland, because it is so hot. They live a lot of their lives outdoors, and enjoy sports, swimming, and having barbecues. This country exports wine and wool. It has more than 60 million sheep. This is the second biggest country in the world, but it has a population of only 30 million. It is so big that there is a variety of climates. Most people live in the south because the north is too cold. It is famous for its beautiful mountains and lakes. It has more lakes than any other country. Their favorite sports are baseball and ice hockey.
This country has a population of about 45 million. Of these, 76% are black and 12% white. It has a warm climate. Either it never rains, or it rains a lot. It is the world's biggest producer of gold, and it exports diamonds, too. It grows a lot of fruit, including oranges, pears, and grapes, and it makes wine. In the game reserves you can see a lot of wildlife, including lions, elephants, zebras, and giraffes.
Living in the USA. The people of the United States are nearly all immigrants, or descendants of immigrants. It is a young country, and much of the population has relatives who live in other parts of the world, but how do they find the US when they first arrive? What do they think of the people, the culture, the way of life? Jamie Peterson spoke to 3 of them.
Roberto Solano, aged 24, from Mexico. Roberto came from Acapulco to New York 10 years ago. At first he missed everything: the sunshine, the food, his girlfriend. But now he has a successful business with his 3 brothers and his sister. They run a soccer store in New Brunswick. Roberto's girlfriend is now his wife, and they have 2 children who go to American schools. When asked why he came to the US, Roberto says without hesitation, "Because I want to work hard and be successful." He certainly works hard. He's at the store all day, then works as a driver in the evening. "That's why I like America," he says. "You can be what you want." "When I first came here, I didn't speak the language, and it was winter. It was so cold. There was snow. Now nearly all my family are here, not only in New York, but also in California and in Texas. We meet about once a month and have a huge Mexican meal that takes about 5 hours. We're all happy here." Endre Boros, aged 45, from Hungary. Endre is a mathematician at Rutgers University, New Jersey. He came from Budapest 13 years ago. "I had an opportunity to come here for 2 years. After a year, his wife came to join him, and since then they've had a daughter, so they decided to stay. At first it was very strange. Everything is so big here," he says. "I started to feel happy when I bought a car. Now I go everywhere by car. In Hungary, we only use the car at weekends, but here your car is part of your life. Nobody walks anywhere. How does he find the people? Very friendly. The first question everybody asks you is, where are you from? People talk to you here, they start conversations. I like the fact that there are people from all over the world." What about the way of life? "The thing I like best is the independence. Nobody tells me what to do. Here you can do what you want, so you learn to make decisions for yourself. I feel in control."
Yuet Tung, aged 31, from Hong Kong. Yuet Tung is her Chinese name, but in English she's known as Clara. She came to the US 8 years ago and studied fine art. Now she works on Madison Avenue for a publisher. She married a Vietnamese American 3 years ago, and they live in Long Island. They don't have any children yet. What does she think of living in New York? It's very similar to Hong Kong. It's a busy city, very exciting, and people walk very fast. I like the stores here. They're huge, and it's cheaper than Hong Kong. But you need a car here. In Hong Kong, everyone uses public transportation, because it's good and it's cheap. At first, I hated driving here, but it's okay now. What does she like best? The space. Here I live in a house with a yard. In Hong Kong, it is so crowded. And the people are friendly. When I go jogging, everyone says, "Hi." And the food is from every country in the world. Questions. What do the people have in common? Are they all happy living in the US? Who has other members of their family living there? Do they all have children? Who married someone from their own country? What do Roberto and Endre like about the US? What do they say about their own country? Do they like the people? What do they say about Americans and their cars?